hey YouTube, tomorrow is the Slowpoke Community Day, and this one's an interesting one because there are 4 evolutions you need to watch out for, right? Because is normal Slowpoke to Slowbro. Everything gets Surf. So Slowbro to get to Surf, Slowking to get to Surf, and then there's the Galarian Slowbro and Slowking. So there's 4 evolutions that you need to look out for in Great League, Ultra League, and Master League. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over the Great League matchups to see if anything's changed, and the Ultra League matchups to see if anything changes, and then final thoughts, because even though what you're going to see here, the Great League is much worse, you probably actually want to prioritize that for specialty cups, and I'm going to go over just why in a second. So let's take a look at the matchups here. Let's just scroll to the end, because 13 and 28 overall, the average rating is not good. So yes, you get better with Surf. Yes, you get better with Surf. Barely better, but like 10 and 31, 14, 27. You're not really using any of these. If you were going to use them, like, okay, where is your strengths here? Obviously anything with a fairy, anything weak to fairy, like a Zoomerl. Cresselia, you take with the Slowbros, the Galarians, because you can throw, I guess just a poison jab does a lot more than resistant confusion. That makes sense. Yeah, there's not some bad ones with like the normal Slowbros and Slowkings, like Diggersby and Dunsparce and stuff like that. But for the most part, like, it's a lot of losses here. Beat Metachamp down the board, so that's cool. Metachamp A9. But when you basically lose everything else, Toxicroak's not even really used anymore. Walreign's still there, but not as much. Like, there isn't a lot of play in the Great League. So at first thought, you're like, okay, if there's not a lot of play in the Great League and there's going to be way more in the Ultra League, we'll go over that in a second. Should I even worry about it? And the answer is like, yes, only because what you're going to see. So let's actually go to the Ultra League first, because the Ultra League is important, because if you actually look at some of these wins, you jump from 13 32 to 20 and 25 and 20 25 here. So the Galarian is much worse in Ultra League, but the Slowpoke is actually decent. So the question is, like, where are those wins? Like Aurorus, Buzzhole, Charizard for some of these. Yeah, Charizard you pick up, Cobalion. Empoleon's not around too much. Giratina Altered are still losses, but like not terrible losses. I mean, anything that's a fairy you're going to win. But like, again, look at these losses to Jellicent, Mandibuzz. Again, you beat fairies, that's fine, but you lose to Darks. Poliwrath's not around, so it's not super relevant. There are some wins, like good pickups with Galarian Stunfisk here. Good pickup with Swampert here. So you beat Tapu Fini too, right? So if you want to beat Swampert and Tapu Fini and Galarian Stunfisk, like, it's not like it has no play. A9 Tails. So it's not like it has no play in this meta, but 2025 is not anything you need to like super worry about. But you know what? If you want to grab a couple good Slowbros and Slowkings, that's it. Why the focus is, and I don't even have the matrix up for it. But let's actually, oh yeah, I put these in Master League. Here's Master League. Don't do Master League. Don't do Master League. Let's reset this. Can I put, let me see if I can customize the Psychic Cup meta. And now we break out Galarian Slowking with Hex, and now Surf. I guess I should put in what it is currently too. So you have Galarian Slowking currently on the bottom. Let's see if you pick up anything else here. 6 more wins. You go from 10, 11, and 1 to 16, 5, and 1. And look at these, like, you barely lose to Victini. You beat Galarian Rapidash now. You beat a Raichu now. You beat Gardevoir. You still lose to Bruxish, which is fine. So your main losses are Bruxish, which is there. Giraffic Rig, not there. Lugia, Latios, haven't seen one. Malamar. I mean, you lose to Malamar, but it's not as much of a loss anymore. It's a better loss. And then you super close to Victini, and then you win everything else, right? So that is why this one's tricky, because you need 4 good regular slowbro IVs to evolve, right? 2 for Great League and 2 for Ultra League, and same thing with the Galarian. So let's just say you can't get out and grind, and you can't evolve, or you don't get enough IVs. Where should you prioritize? In my opinion, because it does have some play in Ultra League, like these in Open, but for the most part, where these will be strong is specific Great League metas. And like you just see the bump in the Galarian Slowkings here. They were in Love Cups, right? Slowbros and Slowkings and everything were in Love Cups. They were in Color Cup the other day. I think they were in Color Cup before. So my focus, even though they're going to have really no play in the standard Great League, my focus is building up these Pokemon good IVs for the specialized cups, because I think this is just a huge upgrade. Most of them have no, like, not like Surf is a bait move, but it's kind of a bait move. It's kind of a hard hitting move. So now you have a lower energy move that hits decently hard on a Pokemon that's generally bulky for the Great League and already has play in limited metas, and will have even more play. So that is so even though you can't see it on the screen right now, I mean, you can see this one, like you can just clearly see the six win flip difference and the huge win average, because it's not even just like, right? It's not that you're just like winning 6 more matchups. Like the Victini loss is now like within like a probably one or two hexes away from winning. You flip a bunch of these matchups, like the Malamar. Yes, you were losing, but now you're losing by like 200 less. That's still 375 is still like a pretty decent hard loss, but like it's not 136. It's not like a total wall. And same thing, 108 versus 290. That's draft again, whatever. And then Bruxis, you can't do much because you're just getting bitten. But yeah, that is the strength of this community today. I mean, there's also, again, if you care about XP, if you're still haven't hit level 50 and you want to hit that, this is a good time to grind XP. But this is a good time to get what could be a good Pokemon for limited cups, Love Cup, Color Cup, and potentially other cups moving forward. I don't know what Niantic has in store with these other like 3 to 4 typing cups. This could be one that pops up again. So my priority, if you don't have a bunch, even though it sims better in Ultra League right now, is to focus on your Great League for the specific meta cups. That would be my suggestion. I haven't even looked at what I have. I'll grind a little bit. I'll grind a little bit, and I'll just, hopefully I'll have 4 okay IVs to build up for like 2 for Great League, 2 for Ultra League. And then we'll go from there. But that is it. Good luck on your grind if you're doing that tomorrow. I'll be out for like an hour, probably hour and a half, just to get some. I probably already have, well, again, you don't need it for Master League, so you don't need to worry about the XL, and you don't need XL for Ultra League. So it's one of those things where you're just catching the candies to evolve. So you need the candies to evolve like a bunch of these, right? So 8 minimum, plus if you want to evolve for Master, sure. I guess if you want like a XL Slowbro for a Mega, because Slowbro does have a Mega. So if you want that, sure, you can evolve that. So you're gonna need lots of candies to evolve it. So candies, grinding XP. I always grind dust to a certain extent because I'm catching like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds. And yeah, and then getting some for these specialty cups. But that is it. Yeah, that's all I've got to say about this. Tomorrow, Ultra League team. And then Sunday, again, if you haven't not heard, I think I mentioned a couple times, I do Ultra League Pokemon worth prioritizing for building. So check that out on Sunday. So I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.